and then I click go live on YouTube, and now it's live, I think. Yup, there we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Roblania Network. Today, I'm here with Jackson Steiner, and yeah, this time I'm not going to be talking to myself for 15 minutes. I'm actually going to be uh, well, I should be live. Tell me in the chat if I'm live. If I'm not live, this is really embarrassing. Because, Jackson, you weren't here for the last podcast, but I was actually talking, and this is for the long-time viewers. I was talking for 10 minutes, and I did not realize that you have to click a go live button for these scheduled podcasts. But we're good now. We're good now. I have we have everything set up. Me and Jackson were just talking about how it's my godforsaken duty to make this Spider-Man movie. It's thank you guys for telling me that I'm live. Appreciate it. Or if you could share this, that would be very nice, because we are running at late hours and it's Thanksgiving, so maybe one too many viewers. I know we're not gonna hit double digits today, but the main point of these are mainly just to get content out for weekly stuff,
Yes.
which we're gonna get anyways. But viewers would be nice. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. As I was saying, me and Jackson were talking about how it's my godforsaken duty to make a Spider-Man movie. And for those who don't believe me, I do have already some footage rolled out, and I will be making this movie
Well,
because
A's, you got. I feel like if you're gonna talk about like the Spider-Man movie, I feel like you need to like give some context and some background to it. You know?
yeah. So, well, if you guys don't know, the reason that Roblania exists is because I had Roblox Premium. It was like my first time getting Roblox Premium by myself from my commissions, and I was like, I want to own a group, but I also don't really want a group at all. And so I asked my friend, some people may know him, Jay Mizzle. I told him, hey, do you want a group? And he was like, yeah, sure. I want to learn how to make clothing. And I was like, cool. I'm looking through the group and looking through the group, seeing which is free. I need a good name, and I see this one called Roblania, Bologna, and
Bologna.
Bologna, yeah, Bologna Studios, and I claim ownership of it. And Jay could not make clothes for shit. I made all of it, and they were not good and didn't really matter. But the main reason that I did want the studio is because I wanted to make a Spider-Man movie. I was actually friends with this guy named Moldust, who's a part of a completely separate community that did Marvel roleplays, and I got in partnership with them. And if you actually look up Roblania Studios, you can see, I think that there's a wiki on the Roblox roleplay group, and you can see that in he made a separate sub page for me, and it's the Roblania multiverse or something. Like I'm a part of I'm canon in the roleplay thing of the roleplay series. And yeah, it's my
Well,
godforsaken
rest in
duty.
canon.
Technically, yeah. So it's my godforsaken duty to make this. I would you guys actually like to see some of the some of the sneak peeks? I think that'd be pretty cool. I put Italian Dream as the villain. I didn't think about it, but maybe he'll be the chameleon or something. I don't know. He has a suit, so what do you think? You think it's a good idea? Let me know in the chat. The footage is pretty cool though. Like the graphics are really nice. You see this? You can't see it, Jackson, but they can.
You can
Uh,
watch it back replay.
I got some footage of them fighting, learning how to use Moon Animator. It looks pretty cool. I like it. This is just some demo footage. I got a little. You guys want to see a kick? Italian doesn't really have much offense, but um, I made him a little bit cooler. I don't think that he's actually going to be the villain. I just did this because I wanted to make a trailer.
That
And
looks fucking dope, man.
really, thank you. I appreciate
Yes.
it. I appreciate it. And well, I don't think Italian's gonna be it. I will probably replace most of this, but I made Chris Apoth the I made a shot of him walking to a bus, getting hit by. Uh, I made a shot of Chrysopod getting hit by Shaunapod in the bus because technically I use Chris's NPC for Peter Parker. So yeah, Chrysopod is Peter Parker now, and Moon Animator is pretty cool. Like you can make shit like change and stuff. I honestly looking back at this footage, I thought it was like really bad, but now that I look back on it, it's actually kind of cool. The graphics are amazing, like way more than I could ask for. But yeah, that's basically just some stuff that I've been working on in this particular day. Jackson, how was your Thanksgiving? Also, thanks, Jeffrey. I appreciate it.
Um, well, my Thanksgiving's been not my typical Thanksgiving. Actually, I wasn't able to go see my family because they all got COVID. So I actually spent most of Thanksgiving alone. But my buddy, my roommate's coming home early. One of my roommates, and we're gonna go eat IHOP in a little bit.
And when Jackson says early, apparently 2 a.m. is early for them, and they're going to go get food, which is a thing. And you know what? That's yeah. I'm clocking out at 12, hopefully. Maybe a little bit later because I don't know how this podcast is gonna go on for. And yes, Jeffrey, that was you in that shot. It was you in that bus. I it was you, Jay Mizzle, and and Shauna. Anyways, we're gonna talk about the future of our wrestling
And
and the future.
it's looking bright,
It's
honestly.
looking bright. It was the future of our wrestling is looking so good. I had to put Vince McMahon with the egg on the cover. Jackson was actually asking me why I put Vince McMahon with the egg on the thumbnail, and I said nothing because we started the podcast and I was listening to something else.
Yes, and now I'm actually curious now that you brought that up again. So why?
Well, I went on Twitter and I saw Vince McMahon there, and I was like, he looks so happy. And when I think of the future of pro wrestling, I think of it as happy because a lot of things have changed within the month after you get you get the occasional wave of people crying and saying, "Oh, pro wrestling is dying," and then once that's over, now you have this really good resurgence, and that's what we have now. And I saw Vince McMahon, and I was like, he looks happy. I want to put this on there. Little do I realize that um the future of pro wrestling, the future doesn't really correlate with Vince McMahon because little known fact about Vince McMahon is that he's
He
not
covered up a murder.
well. I mean, that was not at all where I was going, but I was
No?
just gonna say that he's old,
Oh. Well,
and
yeah,
that
he is
doesn't
pretty old.
symbolize with the future. But
No. He's gonna die within the next 15 years.
okay, wh-
I'm
I
sorry. I'm
you
sorry.
you okay, Jackson? Anyways,
Um,
I was
I'm just
just
gonna shut the fuck up.
okay. I was just saying that the future and Vince McMahon don't really go along with each other, but the thumbnail looks fine, I think. Um, yeah, so let's talk about the future of pro wrestling. Man, you covered on the Steiner section, I think it was a billion federations. Imperiality, Federation Online, VKW, Progress Wrestling, and CEW. The biggest uprisals. I want to see at least one of these feds in the RWA.
I really do. And honestly, I think Imperiality they just started, but I think it's possible they could in the future. We just got to see where this federation goes. I think it's going in the right direction because I was at their show this past week, and it was pretty good. Yeah, um, I'm looking forward to their next one, and I can't wait. I'm actually going to be managing a tag team there.
I like Federation Online just because it reminds me of AXW, and AXW is the greatest loss in the community. Um, Sean Cena says, "Can we please talk about these overused ass looks, though?" and these weird Tron styles and themes. Everything is generic now. It's sickening. And you know what, Sean? I was actually thinking about this yesterday. I was laying in my bed and I had just woken up, and my mom comes downstairs and she says, "Well, A's, it's been a while, and it's been about 2 hours, and you haven't gotten out of bed yet. You
Wait,
just slept
wait,
through."
hold on, hold on. Your mom doesn't call you AVP?
Mm, Unfortunately, no. I actually lost AVP because I didn't clean the dishes one day. So I've been demoted to A's, but it is what it is. Anyways, 2 hours in, I missed 2 blocks, and she comes out and says, "Why are you dreaming? You seem to have been just confuzzled while I'm looking at you and waiting for you to wake up. I didn't wake you up because that's your self responsibility." And I said, "Well, Mom, I just had a dream about wrestling." And she doesn't know what wrestling is, but I proceed to tell her my story. And I say, I remember that this guy, Sean Cena, told me that there's a lot of generic stuff. And you know what? As I said on Roblania Talk number 3, I'm extremely disappointed at these Raw Wrestling Themes channels that you can't really distinguish the Trons and the whatever stupid ass After Effects, ugly pin light screen overlay shit that they put on there, or render with some dumbass graphics. There is a constitutional right in the unwritten rules of pro wrestling that you have the ability to be great. You can have amazing promo work, Tron work, graphic work, and in ring work. But for some odd reason, we people choose not to. And it is sickening. I'm very tired of it. But then I had an epiphany. And I was like, this sucks dick. And and one thing that I learned is people who suck dick are people in pro wrestling. Therefore,
There's a
we
lot of dick
all
sucking.
are homos. And we're all homo sapiens. Therefore, this is a correct statement. Therefore, we are all gay. Therefore, we are all generic. Therefore, we are all homos. Anyways,
Um,
leave your
I'm gonna
topics in
I'm
the
gonna
chat.
take this time. I'm gonna take this time to just plug the standard section. Because we have a new episode out. If you don't already know by now, because Hayes just took us on a trip that I will never be able to take back. Yeah, we reported on Imperiality and Federation Online, as you said, as well as VKW. And their event Blizzard Fest is coming out. You want to talk about VKW?
Uh, what? It's cool. Suave blasts my DMs a lot about VKW and about a lot of stuff. I did make VKW a nice trailer, and unfortunately that went nowhere. They rebranded, and the whole luchador stuff just did not matter. Guys, I think it's a crazy concept, but perhaps having a Fed and not ending it and not reviving it for like 3 times and just maybe it's crazy concept. Maybe having it for 1, 2, 3 months and figuring out what you like as you go might be a good idea. Because I've seen that a lot of feds just kind of close down their doors, come back with a new logo, and it doesn't really get anywhere. Perhaps I'm reaching.
You know, possibly because you made the trailer and it looks like it was gonna be like a triple A type federation, but I don't know what it is now. I know
Well,
like a
Sean
month
said in
ago
the
it was.
chat that VKW isn't an actual Fed, it just has occasional events like XCW, which is what I wanted UWI to be. Or not what I wanted it to be, what it could have been. I feel like I would have continued it if I could have just had that. But the problem with that type of stuff is that a lot of you know what? Why don't we ever see the future of wrestling is looking good? Sorry, this is very pessimistic. Let's talk about the actual topic at hand. The future of wrestling is looking pretty good. I mean, we have a lot of feds that are out right now. As I just said, Federation Online looking great. VKW it maybe is at the lower tier, but I'm sure they will have great attendance. I'm not saying that they will have great content. I'm just saying that they will be
And
cool.
they did Sam versus Fusion for Blizzard Fest.
Yeah, they had Sama and
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
So
And Progress is also great.
yes, Deep South, December I think 15th or
Their
17th.
next pay-per-view on November 19th. We will
Oh,
see
I got
Payne Lashley's first world title defense against Mint, as well as the dominant champion FaZe Jones taking on Marvo Rhodes in an unexpected matchup. We'll also see a grudge match between Andy Bay and the pure champion Rafael Omega in what could be Omega's last match. Progress Wrestling Down South event will be on the 29th of November, 8:15 GMT or 3:15 EST. It is going to be great. But honestly, when I think about it, I can't really think of anything that's been like holding everything down. I think we had a little tiny we've started to have a resurgence, and there's a lot of feds coming out. And for everyone in this stream, support these feds. These are good feds. I'm gonna take some time to read the chat. Um, Cordova says the current Tron style was cool when there was transition and animations as such. Now it's simply 7 overlays and a render. And I don't know why we really love this topic of the the Trons, but yes, the Trons are very annoying. I don't know who the mobile people are. I think like Hurricane is one of them, and oh my god, they are so ugly. They are the most ugliest things I've ever seen. Like the ridiculous amount of overlays with a render slapped onto it, or like some After Effects text is disgusting. Hey, by the way, if you can, why don't you like the stream? We have all these viewers, but only one like. Doesn't add up. Um, Next episode of the Steiner Section talking about Federation Online's ECW pay per view and matches. Cough coughs. RWI to UWI. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to ratio you, Jeffrey. When a Fed reboot fails, just as bad as the new Home Alone reboot, colon, that was Jayco, 0L. Sean Cena, JHW, didn't that end? Didn't JHW end?
yes, it did. Yes.
Then why would he put that in the chat?
I don't know. I fatherless child.
Probably. That does seem like a Sean Cena activity. Alright, let's read more of this chat. Jeffrey, JWWE and NYX. Jeffrey also says, there's no news about JWWE and NYX that I've heard of because Jackson asked me after the whole JWWE versus NYX matchup. NYX is good, Jayco says. NYX is alright, it's just a timing issue. Jeffrey Williams, message redacted. Sean Cena, no LMAO. Sean, you seem to have a lot of comments. Oh, JHW did not end. I
No.
apparently not. I do remember seeing a post about it, but I I guess how about is there any way we can put on the poll? I'm sure the people on the stream are gonna love watching me do this. I want to put up a a poll where people can write it themselves. Um Jackson, the future of pro wrestling, which do you think will be the top fed? If you gotta pick a number one right now.
Well, right now PCW, even though they're like one or two shows in. I think they got all the stars, and this is doing really well from what I've seen on the second anniversary show. So yeah, we'll just have to see. And there's some really good contenders for the next top federation, in my opinion.
Would you like to talk about RWR?
No.
I would. RIP. RIP that pussy, eh? I just want to say UWI lasted longer. L plus ratio. Sorry, guys. I am beast mode A's, as one could say. I'm feeling a certain way, and that way involves a lot of ratios. I've been on Twitter lately,
Oh wow.
as the kids would say, dead ass.
A's, do you know that I know this is so off topic, but you know how GCW is going to the Hammerstein Ballroom?
Yeah. And it looks like my Discord has crashed, unfortunately. Yo, Jackson, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
My Discord crashed. The stream just got to hear the little sound. Okay, we'll get to your GCW thing in a second. I just want to say while we're on the topic of RWR, I called it. I fucking called it. I said when it began, the only way that it could die is if Caden relies on people too much to get his job done, and for him, because he can't do it by himself. Um, and what happened? He couldn't do it by himself, and he relied on people too much. He relied on people to get his Tron's Arenas graphics, and even he relied on his roster to get storylines done. Um, Cordova says in the chat, I'm not sure how much I can say about this, but as a VKW rep, I'll say that Suave wants to have a new. I don't care about VKW. Sean Cena, bro, RWR had so much potential, and if Caden kept going it on, he ended after 3 shows, bro. I overworked, and you know what, Sean? You did overwork. I remember you were very much stressing about it, but that's the thing, you know. Caden's not very reliable when it comes to owning a Fed. I kind of just kind of predicted that this would happen, and sometimes Fed hosting isn't your thing, and we saw that with him in SCW, and it is what it is. That's fine. Some people are built to be wrestlers, some people are built to be Fed owners, and Caden happens to be one that is just not really built to be a Fed owner, and that's okay. That being said, RWR did have great potential. I called it. I don't know why he got so much attendance when he had 15 people working on his storylines, graphics, arenas, trons, and scripts. When I did all of that
Yeah,
by
he
myself
he brought me onto the staff team
in
for his
UWI,
storylines, and he never came
and
to me
I didn't
once.
hit that much attendance.
Never took any of my ideas into consideration either.
Jacob says, at Sean Cena, on God, bro, RWR had so much potential. The booking, the GFX, the kayfabe, the storyline. Don't even know what you're talking about, kayfabe and storyline, because they barely got any kicked off, and they didn't really have that much
Well,
kayfabe.
I think at the second show they were actually planning on doing Chris Potts versus Justice League.
Well, did they do it?
No, they had to like
So how
stare
is
down at the
Jaco
ring.
saying that in the chat?
I don't know.
Ratio, as the kids would say. So what are you talking about this GCW Hammerstein Ballroom?
Apparently, Eddie Kingston will be there. Everyone's favorite Eddie Kingston, who just wanted to eat some cake last night before getting hot coffees thrown in his
Oh
fucking
my
face.
god, yeah, if you guys haven't seen, me and Jackson actually reviewed AEW Dynamite. It's a new thing that we're doing. We're working on a second channel. We're working on a second channel where we review real wrestling and yeah, crazy concept, actual wrestling. And we're not making the transition. Don't worry, the Roblania Network's not going anywhere. We're keeping everything the same. We're just adding
We're
on
not
top of
going
that.
Hollywood.
Yeah, we're not going to Hollywood. Don't worry. We're not gonna go be like we're acting too cool. We're gonna get no. But
We're not
we did.
leaving this industry.
We did a test podcast on AEW Dynamite, And that was fun. That was actually really cool. And you guys can actually go check that out. But basically, when he was talking about Eddie Kingston eating the cake, oh my god, dude, we watched AEW Dynamite yesterday, and we were dying, bro. The man just wanted to eat his cake. But yeah, if you guys want to see more, I'm gonna put a poll in the chat in a second. But if you guys want to see more of those like IRL wrestling stuff, please let us know. You know, we're really trying to figure it out. Jeffrey says just people who look at faux like AXW, people like AXW, they would enjoy faux and the same thing. Jeffrey, time to join the podcast of Jackson and Ash reacting to professional wrestling. Yes, we're gonna hopefully lay out a second channel. I think that's the plan. Um, but we do have that Dynamite one on the network. So we're gonna be reviewing SmackDown tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can.
Jacob says after XWE season 46 ends, that just leaves SCW as the only RWA fed. Damn,
Really?
really? Wow. I never thought about that. Wow. Yeah, man.
That's
You know
is
what's
the
fun?
RWA really in shambles? I mean, they just announced like not even a month ago that they're going on a hiatus.
It's just that like we don't really need the RWA right now. Like I think the community's doing fine without it, which is crazy because for a long time it's been a novel concept that we need to have like the RWA or like the RWA is so important. But like yeah, honestly, like I think we're fine. What's your thoughts on the RWA situation?
Well, I mean, honestly, that day, that everything went down between, I was actually in the chat for like a small part of it because Julius added me to the RWA management chat, which I don't think it was supposed to because I got kicked like not even an hour later. And basically, I just think it all got out of hand and they were going after Marvo, which I don't think was the right way to do. They just kind of all ganged up on him. Didn't really give him that much room to talk. They just kind of kept pointing the finger and like kept like reposting Twitter posts of people saying RWA's in shambles. Uh, I don't think the RWA's dead. I think mm, whoever's like leading the RWA, because I know recently they had a change in power, but because I think someone's like the new executive or whatever. I don't fucking know, but I think they're gonna get some new federations sometime next year. But I mean, I feel like everyone else wants to see the RWA die. I mean, I really don't care. That shit, but my opinion is they're just probably gonna come back anyways.
Sean Cena says I don't think anybody wants to join the RWA, which is hilarious because everyone loves saying that they like um if you ask someone right now if they wanted to be in the RWA, they would 100% say yes. Regardless, they could shit talk the RWA. Like a Fed owner could shit talk the RWA for like months, and as soon as they get that offer, they will kiss like they will gladly take that offer because the RWA has prestige. I don't really like when the community is like, "Oh, the RWA doesn't matter, never mattered," like never mattered, or like the RWA's legacy is because like no, if the legacy was like dying, then they would be averaging like 10 likes on a post, which is clearly not the case. Um, but yeah, Cordova says Foe's gonna be number one IMO. I think it has potential to, but honestly, I could see it being more as like the backbone of the community. Rather, it's really just AXW. I see it as a backbone of the community. I do. Um, Cordova also says RWA will most likely either end and be replaced, which no. All right, you guys want to Chris Kane wants to join the podcast, and he has some insights on the RWA. Are you guys excited for this?
Who?
Chris Oh, sorry, Chris Knight, because he changed his name.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, here we go.
UPW.
Yes, the owner of UPW. For those just joining, remember to like the stream. We're just talking about how we're planning on rolling out a new. Well, just DVR is on. We talked about some good stuff. Anyways, Chris, you're here now.
Yes, I'm here.
How are you doing on this Thanksgiving Day?
Oh, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. It's not
Oh yeah,
culture in the
I
Philippines. We
forgot.
celebrate Christmas for 4 months.
Nice. Um,
So yeah, so if we're talking about future and on the topic of the RWA, I'll probably not spoil as much as possible because they're gonna kill me. Um, there are plans for the RWA without that. A lot of changes. Uh, and it's somewhat, I would say, significant without a doubt. As of the feds, um, when XW is done, there will be already a new set of feds before XW ends. They don't want to leave the RWA to be just one fed only, which is going to be SCW. No, there are a lot of feds on target, but you'll be surprised with the feds that are being targeted. They're not the usual feds that you would name out, or as of like maybe what 2019, 2020 wouldn't be the feds that you would call out. Um, yeah, really, after the Julius incident, um, yeah, a lot of shit's just changed inside, and we really had to reevaluate a lot of things. But those reevaluations were being made even when Julius was still involved in the RW, and that was
what happened with
after
Julius? You mean
Halloween
like
Havoc.
EWF Julius?
Yeah, EWF Julius. I'm not gonna go too personal into details, but I think Jackson kind of named a few of the stuff that happened. But
I have not heard of
yeah,
this. I will need to get informed.
yeah. So I'm not gonna probably name drop a lot of shit and all that, but as much as I would want to thank Jules for whatever contributions he's done in for the RW and all that. Um, Me personally, he kind of stepped over the line with some stuff that he's done. I'm not sure if he admits to it or anything of that, but yeah, my personal opinion, he may have taken a step too far in what he wanted to do with RW, and that's not about power or anything. He
Well, yeah,
wasn't about having
it's
power.
not about power. It's about drive.
He, it's about drive. It's about power. Yes. But anyways, yeah, personally, he looked like he really stepped out of line. He got a lot of heat within the server. We just the decision was made by the top four, Trunks, Marlox, Mighty, and a person that I will not name out, who is surprisingly still involved time for time with the RWA, just not admitting to it. That yeah, the server is gonna go through an entire B haul. A number of people got kicked from the server. There's only the core people left. Uh, but yeah, after that incident, yeah, it was just.
Would you say backstage in the RWA are people worried? Is there confidence?
Oh no, actually, after the mishap that was Halloween Havoc, if you've attended it, we even admit that it really did not go the way we were hoping it to. It was a mess, admittedly. We had high hopes for Winter Wonderland. I think I already mentioned about the thought process behind Winter Wonderland on the previous Roblania talk, so check out the last Roblania talk. Anyways, there were high hopes, but due to the Julius incident, that's what kind of caused the RW to go on hiatus. So it wasn't like an instinct thing or anything. It was really, yeah, the Julius incident causing the hiatus of the RWA.
I see. I see.
because yeah, there's just too much stuff to deal with. So yeah, that I can say without doubt, what Julius did not affect Marlux's opinion on him wanting to end XWE. He had the idea that he wanted to end XWE even earlier, but he just never made it public. So yeah, no hard feelings on Julius there. That's not on him. The blame shouldn't be him. But yeah, they're changing the format without a doubt. They want to change. They're really trying to change something in the RWE because they want to, as much as possible, go back to their roots. But
Jaco asks, "What if EWF joined the RWA? Is this going to be a possibility? Do you think that we could see?
no,
No,
it's
never.
unfortunately, Julius has also gained a number of strikes in the
Ah,
alliance, and
I see.
yeah, I won't go to name out, but yeah, a number of people like really warned him for that because there are moments where yeah, he either stepped out of line or he did stuff without properly consulting the right people. And yeah, Julius was the one who originally handled the Twitter for some time, which yeah, me if I were to say personally, might have been too soon, knowing that Julius has only been involved in the RWA for less than a month.
Sean says if EWF goes into the RWI, I don't think it'll be good. And Julius would be another example of the hypocrisy if he took the offer because he was one to be mouthing off in his timeline about it. JW
Oh
Goblin. So
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, yeah. It wasn't Julius running his mouth. Okay, there was an incident where it was him running his mouth, but there's another incident that it was really that uh you pushed the wrong button. If you manage to push the buttons of the Fed owners in the RWA, and by default you'd think Trunks, Mighty, and Marlocks, then yeah, I don't think that you would have a fit here in the RWA server. Especially,
JW.
yeah, to point out who gets Mighty, who pushes Mighty's buttons.
I
One of
know that
the greatest and nicest dudes in community, and if you manage to push his buttons, then, bruh.
JW Goblin says, "Hey, one question. Sorry, guys. If I sound like a nerd, it's because I just put in my retainers because I was planning on going to bed. But we have a lot of content because the chat is lively.
Very curious. Yes, they're very curious as soon as we mention RWA.
Yeah, this was not. We're trying to talk about the good stuff about the future, but I guess we will once we get over. Once we Uh, okay, well, let's read. Okay, JW says, "Hey, one question: what makes you want to keep going in Roblox wrestling?" And for me, that would be you guys. I noticed that we have double the amount of viewers, but half the likes of our viewers. So if you could smash that like button, I don't want you just to smash it. I want you to grab your clean and swing the fuck out of that like button. I want you to do a reverse 360 combo bait onto that like button. Not only that, I want you to what's another Raw wrestling thing? I want you to spam that pyro. I want you to spam that like button as if it was your pyro button for my fellow Fed owners. And hey, if you're a Raw wrestler, I want you to spam that like button like it was a very black generic attire that you would love to have. Anyways,
Now spam the season chat, please.
yes, please spam the cheers. We want to hear it.
Uh,
JW says, "Is Italian Dream going to ever return?" From
oh,
my
I
reports,
don't know.
I
I don't know.
as a Roblanian guide, I have heard nothing about that. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going
Yeah,
to. I really do
same.
feel like he's had his last straw.
Yeah, he would morph. With him, I think it's just more that he's morph. I mean, from the last time we've talked, because he used to compete in my fellow UPW. But yeah, he just kind of doesn't feel as passionate as before with World Wrestling. So he's just kind of stepping away, enjoying other ventures.
I would go as to
I
say
think it's
that
just more that
it's. I asked him to to send a voice memo, and and he just it was a small voice memo, and he just straight up said nope, and I was like, okay, respect. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not gonna see him like anytime soon. Sean Cena says Julius is cool sometimes, but he always tries to maneuver himself into some drama, and it's very professional.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that happens a lot. That's the one thing that, like, it's kind of the label when you think about Julius now. He can be good. He's good. He's alright, but he also has his moments where he has the possibility to create drama. And yeah, if I were to say, yeah, I guess that's one of the things that also caused the RWA incident.
for those just tuning in, we do have a new episode of the Steiner section that just got released 8 hours ago, where we discuss not only new federations, which is a topic of this podcast, but we also talk about VKW, Blizzard Fest, Progress, CEW, Federation Online, and more. Also, for those
Oh,
just
oh, okay, right. This is an interesting thing by J. Cole. Sorry to interrupt you. Hayes. Sorry to interrupt. Hello?
yeah, you're gonna tell. I mean, yeah,
Oh no, no, you can go first. You can go finish your thing first.
yeah. Let me let
I
me
just saw
let me do
something.
my little ad break.
Yeah, go.
Damn you, Chris! Don't interrupt him.
uh,
Damn it, Jackson.
so for those just tuning in, we actually are starting to do our own real wrestling podcasts. Our recent uploads, you can see we do a full 37-minute review on AEW Dynamite. That was yesterday. You guys, it's not too late to go watch that right now. It's me and Jackson. This Friday, we will also be talking about it. I believe we are either going to be creating the second channel sometime this week or next week. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to DM me. I'll leave my Discord tagline below. Just want to say thank you for the new subscriber. Chillin' with Peter. Love your Bowser emoji. And go ahead, Chris. Take it away.
Okay, I saw something interesting. J. Cole, my friend Johnny Omega, says that the RWC gets thrown around now like it's a paper championship. And yeah, I agree. Like, comparing the RWA championship, looking at it now, uh, does it feel that much of a prestigious title compared to something like back in its early days? I don't necessarily feel like it's that. Uh, yeah, I can agree that it has kind of not felt as big compared to some of its older days. And yeah, it's also one of the factors to why, doesn't feel as big as it was, yeah, especially recent 2021, where who were the people who commonly held the title or any RWA championship? It would be, no offense to any of these people like Ken, Seth Axton. There's that certain list of people that, okay, these are the people who would always be competing for the RWC. And like, yeah, that just really annoyed the hell out of me, because like there's not much new fresh competition, new faces or anything competing for the RWC. Uh, but yeah, that's something we addressed. The rules are going to change for the championships in the RWA. There's going to be a lot of restrictions, and uh, also ways. So now we really would get to see people who, it would be a great opportunity for a lifetime to receive this opportunity to compete for the RWA championship. But yeah, Sign Logic. Yeah, Sign Logic was one of the great people to hold the RWA championship without her. You don't know about that yet, Jeffrey. Just stay tuned. Uh, just stay tuned for next year. The RWA will be answering some of your that stuff next year, so just stay tuned to that. But yeah, as of new feds joining the RWA, there are actually already a number of feds who are already in the RWA, just not publicly known yet. We don't know who are those feds yet, but they already confirmed that they're going to be part of the RWA. As for how many feds will be in the RWA, the rule now is that 5 feds is the standard for the RWA.
Are you gonna
As
get
of
in
the
trouble for
moment,
saying any of this?
As long as I don't get into detail.
Don't worry, Roblania isn't acknowledged enough for someone to get to get in trouble for it.
And yeah, we need to at least keep some of the hype for the RWA while it's in its hiatus. So I'm not spoiling, going to the very details. But yeah, you'll be surprised with the list of the feds. They are feds that, honestly, I would say they deserve this opportunity. Um, yeah, and you'll notice that there's gonna be something different about it. Different in regards to how they're selecting feds. Cause yeah, they're kind of just going back to their original vision of what they had for the RWA. That vision kind of changed with Ken running the RWA, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, you'll see some changes definitely, and hopefully you get to hear from the RWA soon, whenever that would be.
I love having Chris on the podcast because whenever he's on, it's a certified 20 minutes epilogue where I can go take a vacation, go get
I
some
took a
food.
shit.
I was wondering why he was on mute.
So
No,
that's
dead
why
ass.
you were muted.
Yeah.
Dude, I left when he was talking, and when I came back, he was just still talking.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we went to ad break while you went taking a shit.
Um, I noticed that we have over like 50% of um we have 150% more concurrent viewers than we do likes. Don't question my math on that. It's 100% correct. So if you guys could, I want you to grab out your cleans. I want you to grab out all your controls, and I want you just to smash.
And your hitboxes.
That like is your hitbox. The more you smash that, the bigger your hitbox will be. Think of it like that. Okay. I want to talk about this one comment that was put. Um, why do I hear myself? I gotta find it. All right, yeah.
Okay, I
Panda
cannot.
asks off topic, but how would you grow a fed? I've tried and I can't. Well,
Oh,
Panda,
We've
growing
talked about this on every single podcast.
we have, but we'll do it again because
we'll do it again.
the amount of
Share your
podcasts.
own. Yeah, share your own formulas.
I'll share
I'm
mine,
tired of
and then I'm
fucking
gonna go get a
talking about
brownie
this ass.
and heat up some food, and then I'll come back when Chris is done. For me personally, I would say if you want to really grow your fed, kiss ass in this community, because if you kiss a gigantic amount of ass, you will get to astronomically high lengths. I am talking suck dick, not kiss ass. You need to suck dick in this community.
See, hey, it worked out for Julius.
It did. Look at him. Look, we see federations join the RWM as much as Ryan is a disgusting scum fuck, which we talk about on the Roblania network. In a video entitled RWM, an egotistical failed media company, which you can watch right now. But as much as Ryan is a lifeless scumbag, egotistic, donkey dick ass of a person, he still will get people to go on there because it doesn't matter that if everyone follows that Twitter, well, everyone's gonna want to do that to join them. So yeah, I would say Panda, kiss ass, kiss so much ass, and you'll do great. And yeah, go advertise your fed and sign talent or whatever. Just
I have to
kiss ass
agree
though.
with that fucking statement. It's literally just the more communications you got, the better. You just need to get to find as many people as possible to, want to support the shit out of it and make sure that with the ton of people that you want to support, make sure your content or the shit that you provide, that experience is like up to par. It's good shit.
It is
But
good
yeah,
shit.
yeah, literally, the feds that really grown to the top of the mountain got all the recognition. It's either like Ace said, they suck dick, or they've gained a good reputation for the good kind of shit that they have that they have done in their Fed. Ace is not here at the moment, Blame, so just type in your question in the chat and hopefully he'll be back with his brownie.
Yes, we will be answering questions from the chat if you want to send some our way. Actually, I will give my opinion on how to grow a federation. It worked out for me. Just spam every single Road Wrestler you can find on Discord whose DMs are open. It really worked out for me when I did my federation.
Is it harder to grow a Fed without having big names attend? I mean,
But also,
no, not really.
But also, I think promoting is like a federation's biggest like best friend, because
Yeah,
when you promote your federation and you get that engagement on Twitter, you're more likely to get more people to come to your show.
yeah. I don't necessarily think you need like big names for a Fed to help a Fed grow. I mean, it can start. Of course, it's gonna start small, and from there you grow it and kind of expand things. But just also take your time. Don't fucking dump a ton of shit. Throw it all at the same time. It's just gonna be a stressful as fuck experience for you. Take your time. Take those steps. Don't overdo or overwork yourself to the point that you get exhausted and demotivated. That's also one of the things that Fed owners also struggle a lot with. Take your time with the shit and don't.
No, let me give you the 100% truth about what it means to have big talent in your federation. The amount of ass you kiss to these talented people, that will elevate your Fed. I'm telling you, all people in this stream, they don't believe me. They don't believe me when I say that kissing ass in this community will get you so far. I want you to kiss ass the way you would kiss your lover.
Someone's asking if that's your accent or not.
Listen, I've kissed ass for the past 11 months, and it's gotten me to 25 episodes of the standard section.
And his Twitter is banging. Is it not?
Banging harder than your mother.
But to seriously answer your question, no, I would say no, because
See, thank you.
No, listen, guys. Listen,
I'm glad that you also share the same opinion.
There's something I want to get off my chest. I think we need to have a little debate here on the Roblania Network right here on episode 4 of Roblania Talk, and Chris Knight is here to give his opinion.
Fuck.
Cranberry sauce on Thanksgiving.
That's disgusting.
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, you fuck.
He's from the Philippines, but as a real American, as a true American, waving that flag over my head with pride every day. Ah, man, it feels good to be a part of the U.S. Whoa, that is mad racist. Okay, bro, he found out that I was Muslim, and then just looked up countries that have Muslims in there. Jeez. Gee, he left the call, bro. Jackson left the call. Oh, yo, everyone get on Twitter and cancel the out of Jackson Steiner for being a certified Islamophobe or racist. Wow. Wow.
But no cow, if this is me, fuck. Philippines would just celebrate with some fried pork belly. We call it lechon kawali, and some gravy or whatever the fuck they do.
Did you bring up pork belly just cause I started talking about Muslims?
Oh no! It's because of the freaking our alternative for turkey. We don't.
I just want to humbly apologize.
You better give your Travis Scott apology right now.
We need to see the tweet long, man. We need to see the tweet long.
Yo.
What?
Oh fuck.
Do I
Omni
really need to make it
Ordon
spit
and
longer?
Lumni.
Yes,
Maybe.
yes.
Yeah.
I told them to
Yeah.
cancel you.
What? Hold
All right, let's put up a poll in the chat. Should Jackson be canceled?
on. Okay, we don't need to do this. We don't need to do this. Okay.
Ask your community. Here we go. But to answer your question, Blame,
It's
after
either
this,
this cancel
after
the Steiner section or yeah.
it's called the Roblania section now.
No.
Yes.
Okay, guys, we don't. Please, hey, stop.
um, it is not. You can like one of the things about RWI and RWI is that we didn't really have that. We didn't have any big names, like at all, and we would build talent, which is a hard thing for a lot of people to do. But yeah, you could build your own talent. Honestly, I think that you could have one like a few like a WPW is a good example. As much big talent as WPW has, it sucks. It sucks. It just sucks. So yeah, I don't think you need big talent. I think you need a lot of talent to get good numbers. Big talent certainly
Yeah.
helps a lot, but you don't need
And yeah, the big talent also you cannot guarantee that they got your back.
that too. Yeah, a lot of them are unreliable. RW Glory Themes asks who would win if Omni Orin and Lumi Orin went head off.
Okay, personally, fuck Lumi Orton. The guy tried to scam me for a fucking giveaway.
Yikes. Yikes.
We also J Productions Christmas giveaway. I'm giving out fucking gift cards, and then there's this bitch fucking exploiting the game to get the fucking $10.
I would just say Omni Orton because his hitbox is just gigantic. So
I
easy
support
win.
Omni. I also support Omni.
Omni's a
He's
cool
a
guy.
yeah. He was a former champion, my friend,
Yeah,
and it
I
was
know.
like the
Yeah, I was there. I
best
was
shit.
there. Yeah, he had his own
Fuck.
custom gimmick there.
Yeah, Ultimaya.
Jeffrey says when Federation still pushes the top guys while having new talents. Uh, not sure how I feel about that one, Jeff.
I don't know. I feel like yeah, it's up to the feds to kind of like figure out what they would rather focus on. Because yeah, it's either their job is for the
Mhm.
top talents or their job is to help establish your talent.
I don't think it's because like yeah, a lot of feds don't push the new talent, but as the title says, the future of pro wrestling is it's looking good. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
there's
really shocking this
most of
whole
the new
year how much
talent.
shit has changed.
Ace, can you look in the chat?
Oh, what the fuck?
All right, read it out for the viewers on the stream.
Oh, okay.
This is Twit Longer, guys, for his apology.
I
Oh my god, I want to read this.
I've never wanted to read out a transcript less than I want to do right now. On
You
Thanksgiving, on the Roblania Talk podcast, I made a comment that was very disrespectful to multiple cultures, and I
He's choking up right now. Go ahead, let it out, King.
come on, you need to hear the tears.
King. Man's got his hands are on his head right now.
Putang ina, more tears!
and I humbly and sincerely apologize. I don't want to lose my job, and also Twit longer is nice. But yeah, I'm sorry if I actually offended anyone. Pretty fatherless child thing of me to do, and I'm sorry.
Where's the Roblania plugin?
Yeah, we didn't
Go
add
check out
comment and
Roblania.
subscribe. Like,
Don't forget to check out
like
Roblania. Talk
people are gonna
Suceed.
view. People are gonna view apologies, and you don't add anything with Roblania. Don't even add the
I,
link to the episode, or come on,
you know
Jackson,
what? I
pick up the pace. Why don't you go sit in your corner while we go read the chat?
Okay, let's read the
you
chat.
know, you know, fuck.
Oh,
Bro. Blame Me asks which federation would win, Prime BPW or Prime RCW? RCW, BPW was mid, okay,
RCW.
mid.
RCW.
Like honestly, like who thinks BPW? Like I don't. I think BPW is probably the weakest, like #1 federation. Honestly, like it's just boring. Like Queasy says, as y'all said earlier, homegrown stars. Personally, I think they are the best. Yeah, I would say so. You know, Omni with the RWI made tattoo on his uh what is that called? Collar or like rib?
Yeah.
That is the type of stuff I want to see more often, you know? Like cuz you can say like, "Oh, my Fed has such a great community," but like is that really your community, or does it just happen that a friend group came to your Fed, you know? Like there's not many Feds that have that community anymore. Um And like communities like RWI, like look at the chat, bro. A lot of people are here because of that Fed. Anyways, Jaco asks, how do y'all feel about PCW's current state, knowing it's no longer in the
Uh,
RWA? I'm sure you got a lot to say about this.
okay. This is my personal opinion. PCW was honestly dead weight to the RWA.
Why'd you guys add it?
Oh,
Like
I
the
didn't
whole.
add it.
Oh, well, sorry. Why did
I was
they
just
add it?
surprised. I don't know who made the decision to add it, but because one, this was the old formula they were following. Because ever since 2019, when Ken ran the RWA, it was like, okay, get the top feds and those top feds will be in the RWA and all that kind of shit. So by that logic, PCW was considered a top fed. They picked PCW to be in that spot, and then they realized that they were kind of dead weight in the process.
That's very interesting. But also, you bring up PCW and the RWA situation, and that brought up something that had honestly kind of started a few weeks ago when all the whole thing started. UXW,
Oh,
man.
oh my god! That reminded me of something I forgot. One of the RWA incident, the whole thing. Yeah, just because Julius and that shit, he fucking brought up a PCW argument into the RWA. Fuck. I think Jackson was there for a short while.
Yeah.
But yeah, shit. Yeah, that was brought up in the RWA incident. Anyways, yeah, Jackson.
But anyways, UXW right now is honestly they haven't even returned yet, I think, and they have so much backup in the pro wrestling community. J Prod, what are your thoughts on UXW and this like burst of energy that Neo Stalker has?
Wait, did you just wait? Did you just call me J Prod?
Uh, what? No.
Wait, were you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! You said J-pop. I was like, wait, what? Okay, UXW. I've had conversations with Neo, short conversations, with it be us joking around about RPW sucks memes or shit about being creators and that content creators and that kind of shit. UXW is really such an underlooked fed. The quality of the experience that you can get in an UXW fed is really just stand out, mesmerizing. Um, I know there's also a personal comment of Trunks. Future lighting in World Wrestling feds show World Wrestling events. Okay, sometimes they work, sometimes we need it to be in shadow map, please, for the love of God. But without a doubt, was really a great fed. I was scared when uh they was talking about like planning to close down the Fed and all that shit, but as of recent changed his mind, wanted to push in that UXW be good, and yeah, hopefully UXW will hopefully get the attention that they deserve one way or another. We'll just have to wait and see what the future has in store for them, but it's gonna be a good future for UXW.
Jeffrey says UXW needs more attention in the pro wrestling community since they've gotten wonderful title designs and arenas. Just people need to be more active in the federation. From my personal experience, UXW is cool. They have a good community. Dewey came out for a promo once, and I started booing the fuck out of Dewey, even though he was a babyface. And I came out in a Fry costume, and I just, yeah, pretty much was a dick. And their community is great. I did not like it at all, which says a lot about them. Good people. Queasy says, do y'all think federations should push current big names such as Theory Jericho? What? Or smaller names? Who the fuck is Theory
Okay, I
Jericho?
know. Okay, I know Theory Jericho because I've dealt with him in SCW. And let's make this clear: if Theory Jericho is watching this right now, or if he isn't watching this, tell him right now because I'm gonna let this all out. Anytime you go to an SCW show and I see you being a fucking annoying prick, expect to get RKO'd without a doubt. Fucking watching you.
Was it violent? But okay. What's wrong with Theory Jericho?
Oh no, he's fine. It's just that
Oh,
uh he's fine. He gets too into his gimmick. Like I don't know. Like he gets too into the gimmick to the point that uh first introductions or first impressions, you might not like the guy. And that's all I want to say.
I see. Uh,
He, as much as gimmicks are a thing and all that, you also need to learn and realize that you just need to chill out sometimes and not realize that the gimmick is everything in the fucking world right now. Uh, because I was the guy who handled his match in SCW, a dark match, after show match, and he's like, annoying the fuck out of me. Where's my fucking admin? Where's my fucking mod and all that kind of shit? Give me my fucking mod, bitch. I'm like, okay, I'm not fucking gonna tolerate your shit. Fucking RKO him.
a lot of swears there that I did not expect. Um,
But yeah, be a
Queasy
chill guy.
says,
I didn't
am
know Piss
I...
could test that much.
Oh, trust me, you haven't seen how pissed I can be. The best person to ask that is Christian.
Queasy says, am I the only dude who goes into some fed to be a jobber to job for newer people sometimes?
Hey,
No,
that's
you just
me.
suck. You just suck. The way I get people over is I do it in a way where like I'm not like dying to them, but I'm not gonna go to a fed and then like be like book me against someone who needs to win. I go into it like I have gone into a lot of feds and like done a program there where I do help someone get over. But like if I try to do something to help someone, it's like what I do with Titan Guzmo, which is where like I just manage him basically, or I get them on the network, or I do something like that. But yeah, no,
I
you
face.
probably just suck. Um,
Yeah,
Sean Cena says
yeah.
BPW better than WWE. What the hell are you talking about? WWE handed a bunch of title shots to a bunch of old gens. While that might be true, BPW is not better than WWE. I don't know about that one,
Uh,
Chief.
okay. As this is no bars or anything compared to Dylan. Sam, I've not done much work for the two of them. With WWE, they have something in regards to how they pull off shows or maybe even sometimes their pay per views, which there's an experience there, something that people could enjoy. Uh, it wasn't something of the typical wrestling. It was not that generic form that we followed. I kind of prefer more in WWE compared to BPW. I've attended at least one of their events and I've seen uh, heard about BPW and WWE. I just personally am more of a supporter of Sam and Teddy's work. Oh yeah,
Sorry.
production carried WWE by a lot. Yeah, I got pissed off that I wasn't given Abby for the fucking camera system. But no offense, no harsh feelings to Sam. He's a good guy. He's a great guy.
Before we continue on, um, and actually, I think this marks. I think we're nearing the end of this podcast because I don't really think there's much to talk about. We'll take in some chats if you guys have anything that you do want to talk about. I would just like to say right now that we do have a lot of content here on the Roblania Network. 575 subscribers. Whoa, that is a number I thought we would have never gotten to. 500 I honestly thought was the peak here, but we've always got more content coming out. We actually have weekly uploads of Raw Wrestling matches. Yes, Raw Wrestling matches until January 7th, where you're going to be seeing a lot of good time classics from, the good old Federation RWA. We're busting out that catalog and we're getting those matches on the network. So January 7th, we've got content coming out every week. Make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed right now, I don't know why, because we've been covering a lot of content that I think you might enjoy. One of them being the Steiner section, which came out just 8 hours ago, talking about brand new federations, as the title says, the future of
Imperiality, XPW,
Imperial.
XRW,
Yep,
CEW, Progress,
preach.
VKW,
The future of our wrestling.
UPW.
No, not that, not that. The future of our,
SRW.
Well, fuck you, Jackson.
the future of our wrestling is looking good because we do have IRL wrestling podcast. We just reviewed Dynamite yesterday, where that promo between MJF and CM Punk, my God, was it crazy? We're gonna be launching a second
Less
channel,
famous Miz.
less famous Miz. Yeah, we're gonna be launching a
Less
second
famous.
channel. I think next week or this week. Let me know if you guys want to see more on that. But of course, yes, we have weekly uploads. And more on top of that, if you want more podcasts like this, we have them out. That was a very, very long tangent, but yes. Is there anything in the chat that
Thank you for joining us, Chris.
No problem.
uh
Oh, okay. This is interesting. Yo, Sean Cena wants an opinion. Unique gimmicks within the community.
all right, we will talk about unique gimmicks in the community, and
On the
then
next podcast.
on the next, but nah. I think I don't think that there's many. Like I think it's a real problem. I don't think it's not the end of the world, but it definitely like people like pro wrestlers who are generic love saying how pro wrestling is getting boring and not realizing that they're part of the problem. Like you need to
Yeah,
have the thing about like a lot of years past is that the reason why it was so like cool and fun is because you had a mix of different talent, you had a mix of characters. And that's the thing that pro wrestling is predominantly based on, which is professional wrestling, which is the entire essence of just having characters. And we don't see that anymore. Like your character, like I don't remember who said this, but a character of wanting to be the best is not a character because that's every character in the world. We don't have that many honestly like I think that like actual like wrestling gimmicks like Punk, Cena, blah blah blah, those gimmicks are becoming, I forgot the term for it, those gimmicks are becoming unique. It's crazy how, like, I don't understand if you're one person, if you're if one of the viewers here are one of the people that Slaps on like a black robe, black hair, black like these boring attire. Like they spend so much hours on their attire, but for what? Like at the end of the day, you can't cut a promo and you're gonna have this really cool attire. Like we don't have characters anymore. And Sean, I love it. I can't. The thing is, we've talked about this since episode 1, and like it doesn't change. So the reason why we say it so much is so people keep hearing it because it's a problem that needs to be fixed. And if anything proves right, it's that when Roblania says something, everyone says the same exact thing after we say it. Wonder where they got idea from. But yeah, Chris, go.
Thank you guys
We
for
need more
watching.
unique gimmicks, without a doubt. We need a fucking more unique gimmicks. I'm involved in the 2K community, and like, no cap, if they can fucking come up with the most unique shit and creative shit, I don't know what's stopping people with wrestling from trying out shit that either they'd be more passionate about or even enjoy more. Uh,
Jeffrey, you're not generic. You're just a jobber.
Hey,
Rip.
we don't need to. Okay, yeah, you're
No,
right.
we love Jeffrey. We love Jeffrey. I think that's
Love
gonna
you,
wrap it up.
Jeffrey.
I think it's gonna wrap it up for this one.
Wait, hold on. I got something to close us out.
All right.
Alexa, play "I'm Coming" MVP.
Proceeds
Bro.
to mute.
Hold on. Alexa, play "I'm Coming" MVP by WWE.
By
by WWE and Silk Shaker.
I don't even know what's happening. I actually just muted it first. Fuck.
You hear the clock ticking. You're about to stop living. I want you to remember me. But the dead don't have no memory. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can hold me. Nobody can control me. My pain, I'm here to bring pain.
Mike's really struggling to get that audio.
Nobody.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours. Like in Simone in my veins, my culture banging with strange. I change the game, so what?
Thank you guys for watching. Don't
Yay,
forget
thank
to
you
like,
for
comment, and
watching.
subscribe.
Devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours. Like in Simone in my veins, my culture banging with strange. I change the game, so what's my